Your brain is on fire, your abs are showing, you feel energized, you feel like a new person, you feel like you did 10 years ago, you love fasting and you want to do it every day, but there's people that are telling you not to fast every day. What do you do if you still want to fast every day? I'm not a doctor, I'm just some guy on the internet. After this video, if you don't mind, there's a link to check out a grocery store online called Thrive Market. They are awesome. They're an online membership-based grocery store. So they're who I use for like my intermittent fasting goods, like that I eat during my eating window, for my keto goods, for any of my health and wellness pantry staples. So highly recommend you check them out. They're a big supporter of this channel. They are an awesome organization. They really give back a lot, and they help it so that we can make this content. So please do make sure you check them out after this video. Look, if you know me, you know that I generally do not recommend fasting on the daily. And to give you a quick highlight as to why, the concern is the reduction in the metabolism. The concern is that you're going to fast so much that you're going to, acquire adaptive thermogenesis to such a process and, ultimately not get the benefits anymore. And we see it a lot. People that fast daily, they say, I no longer achieve the benefits of intermittent fasting. Well, let me give you some solutions, because I understand that you're someone that wants the benefits and you want to continue because you like how it feels and you like the lifestyle. I get that. I appreciate that. So with 16-8, this would be the method that I would most be okay with you doing a daily fast. Okay, 16-8 just simply implies that you're fasting for 16 hours and having an 8-hour eating window. Okay, there's a couple cardinal rules that you need to remember. Okay, cardinal rule number 1 is going to be making sure that you eat enough during your eating period. If you're gonna fast every day, do not fall victim to reducing your calories. Trust me, it's easier than you think, and it's happened to me more times than I can literally count, okay? Where I like fasting, I start fasting so much, my stomach shrinks, so I don't need as much food, so next thing I know, I'm tracking my calories and I'm eating 1,000 calories a day. And quite frankly, that even feels like a lot of food. So the point is, you have to be diligent and you have to write down and log your food so that you know you're getting enough food. Sometimes it's gonna feel like you're stuffing your face. But the point is, with intermittent fasting, the goal is to achieve metabolic flexibility and to drive mitochondrial change, brown fat adaptation, better utilization of fatty acids. That's the goal, not to just reduce calories. But here's the big important piece. Some of you probably got this one tip and already left, but this is the biggest piece that I think that you're going to acquire out of this video that you really need to implement. You need to rotate the hours in which you fast. If you're going to fast daily, I do not recommend that you do 16-8 with skipping breakfast every morning. You're just gonna fall into the same patterns that you've fallen into before. Okay, the only thing that's gonna change is in about 6 months, you're working with 2 meals instead of 3. Which means that you have just as much margin for error as you did before, except now it's just happening with a smaller amount of meals. Okay, here's the thing, your body's going to adapt to skipping breakfast. So mitochondrial changes are going to occur, microbiome changes are going to occur, which I don't even need to go down that crazy rabbit hole, okay, but it's gonna happen. Your body's gonna adapt to it. So next thing you know, your body's going to see lunch, which is your breakfast, as breakfast. It's going to change everything. Circadian rhythms will change, microbiome changes will occur. How hard is it to say, okay, a couple days per week, I'm gonna skip dinner instead. I'm gonna fast from evening to afternoon. I'm gonna skip dinner and I'm gonna break my fast later on. Shift the hours. That is how you get around this. Because that way you're still fasting, you're still getting the benefits, you're still getting that ketone effect, you're still getting PPAR alpha, you're still getting all the CD36 benefits, which is, for those of you that are biochem nerds, know what I'm talking about, but you're getting them at different points in the day. Not only is it going to preserve your daily fasting regimen, but it's also going to get you different benefits. Have you ever wondered if there's X number of benefits with intermittent fasting by skipping breakfast? Maybe there's a whole different subset of benefits that occur from skipping dinner because you're fasting during a different period of time, especially if it's not something you do frequently. I will tell you, it seems exponentially more difficult to fast through dinner and overnight than it does just after eating dinner and then going through the morning. Why is it more difficult? Well, maybe because my body is, not used to it. So I end up feeling like I get a tremendous result. I wake up feeling so energized because I'm already at the end of my fast and I already have other hormones working in my favor. Cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline, epinephrine. So toy around with it. Let me give you an example schedule here for a second. You go Monday, maybe you do 16-8 where you skip breakfast. You ate dinner, skip breakfast, break your fast at 12 or 1 p.m. Okay, then Tuesday, decide, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna eat breakfast. Heck, I'm gonna eat lunch. I'm gonna pretend I'm not fasting. But then, boom, the hammer comes down and you decide you're gonna skip dinner. You're gonna skip dinner, so you're not gonna eat from lunch to breakfast the next day. You see what I mean? This is how you're basically toying around with different periods of fasting. Not only are you getting a benefit, but it's fun exercise for the brain too to do something different. It's gonna keep you from getting stale and getting bored, and it will allow you to ultimately get as close to a daily fasting regimen as allowed. But the number one rule that we do have to remember with this is the calories do matter. We don't want to decrease them so much. Okay, they don't matter, but they do matter. Don't let me start on that. Point is, make sure you're eating enough unless you're really trying to aggressively lose weight. As always, keep it locked in here on my channel. I'll see you tomorrow.